Welcome. How are you guys feeling today? Awesome. Good. Ready for a little yoga? Cool. So we're going to do a 20-minute flow today that's sort of an intro to Vinyasa for beginners. So when we hear Vinyasa in yoga classes, it can be a little bit intimidating for people. But Vinyasa means a couple of different things. A lot of times it's associated with a flow. It also means to carefully place. So we'll think about carefully placing our body into different poses and go through what the flow is. So Vinyasa in a class, maybe the chaturanga, updog, downdog, kind of combination of those three. So this will be something, if you've never done Vinyasa, to try it out. And if you have, to just kind of slow down and really focus on how you're carefully placing your body. Sounds good? All right, we're going to start standing, so come to the top of your mat. Feet can be hip distance, big toes can be together to touch. It's sort of however you feel the most balanced. Close your eyes, and then just notice how you're standing. So if you need to shift a little forward and back into your feet or side to side, right to left, feel free. Try and find a sense of connection with the ground below you. Engage your legs. Lift your belly button toward your spine. And relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Imagine that the crown of your head is reaching up to the sky. And notice if your chin is reaching a little bit forward. See if you can kind of send your head slightly up and back, or the back of your head slightly up and back there. Nice. Especially important in our Vinyasa as we start to flow with our breath is our breath. So let your breath get a little bit deeper. And if it's comfortable, breathe in and out of your nose. So we often practice with an Ujjayi breath or victorious breath. It sounds a little bit like the ocean, or some people call it a Darth Vader breath. Kind of a timely analogy. Yeah, so you might hear your own breath, you might hear your neighbor's breath if you're practicing with other people. Just really create a rhythm that feels smooth and steady. And as we start to move, we'll try and use the entire breath for each movement. So keeping your breath, blink your eyes open. Reach your arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees, engage navel to spine, and reach your chest forward like a little swan dive. Hands can go out wide or come down the center, whatever feels good. As you inhale, bring your hands to your shins, send your chest forward, your tailbone back, halfway lift. And as you exhale, just relax your head and neck back down toward a forward fold. Knees can bend a lot, especially if your low back is tight. Inhale, press through your feet, rise to standing arms, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. So we'll flow like that a couple more times, little half sun salutes. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Think of hinging forward, nice and slow. Lift halfway up, hands to shins. Imagine you're peering over the edge of a cliff. Top of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Back to standing, press through your legs, super strong core to protect your low back. Breathe in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe out. One more time, inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana in Sanskrit. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Really nice breath. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. Press through your feet. Big breath in, takes you up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, we'll take a chair pose. So it's just like sitting into a really awkward chair. Some people like feet wide. Some people like feet together. So find where, again, you feel balanced. Sit back. Arms can reach up. Or if it feels weird on your shoulders, you can take your arms in front and think of plugging your shoulders down your back. Yeah. Take a little peek down. Make sure you can see your toes. Continue to breathe. And then lift your belly button to your spine. Yeah, that causes a lengthening through your low back without a scoop under. So there's still a natural curve. Nice. See if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears a little bit more. We'll take another big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. So you can straighten out your legs, dive forward. Come halfway up, breathe in. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring your fingertips down, and step your left foot back. We're gonna drop our left knee down toward the ground. So we'll start with a modified crescent. Hands can stay here. If it's a little bit challenging to reach your fingers to the ground, you can always bring your hands to blocks, or you'll eventually take your hands to your thigh or up to the sky. Just find where you feel stable. Yeah, you guys all look really great. But if you notice that your knee's going past your toes, you might slide your front foot a little bit forward to protect your knee. Nice. Lift your belly button off your thigh. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. So good. Take another big breath in. We use inhales to lengthen. Exhale, release your fingertips down toward the ground. Lift your back knee. We're going to step back to a high plank upper push-up. If it's more comfortable for you, you can always drop your knees to the ground. And then staying strong, shift a little bit forward so your shoulders come past your wrists. We're going to chaturanga all the way to our belly. So elbows hug our ribs. It's like a tricep push-up, lower down nice and slow. Awesome. Hands can stay right next to your chest, your shoulders. Press into the ground, press into the tops of your feet. Lift your heart for a little cobra, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. So however high feels good on your low back. Let's do 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And on this last one, maybe you hover your hands or you press up really high, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. So lots of length through your neck. Beautiful. Release it down. Press back to child's pose. So knees go wide, either toward your mat, and hips press back toward your heels. Yeah, forehead can relax down toward the ground. Arms can stretch out in front, or if it feels better for you, you can always walk your hands back toward your feet. Child's pose is a nice rest, but it doesn't mean you can let go of your breath. So really come back to that deep, strong breath. Awesome. Fill up into your low back, fill up into your shoulders. Lift to a tabletop, hands and knees. Bring your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees. As you inhale, we'll take a cow pose. So you're going to tilt your pelvis like you're drawing your butt up to the sky. Drop your belly and roll your shoulders back. Exhale, press into your hands, tuck your chin and round, sending the space between your shoulders, your middle back to the sky. Nice, Alexa. 2 more like that. Inhale, drop your belly, shoulders back, flowing with your breath. Look forward. Exhale, press into your hands, tuck your chin, round. 1 more time. Breathe in, cow pose. Breathe out for cat. Bring it back toward a neutral spine. Inhale. We'll exhale to a downward facing dog. So I personally like to bring my hands a little bit forward. You're welcome to adjust as you like. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. And then a good check for your down dog is to shift forward to a high plank, so an upper push-up position. And you want to keep your hands and feet in the same spot as they are in high plank for down dog. So it's just to lift up and back with your hips. Sometimes it feels like we want to walk our feet a little bit in. And that may be because you think your heels need to touch the ground. They may touch the ground, but they may not. Yeah, nice. So it's like an upside down V. You can pedal out here, so feel free to move around. Get into your hips, get into your low back, sway a little side to side. If you feel it a lot in your wrists or your shoulders, which probably happens as you start to get into this and you're a beginner, really press into your fingertips and make sure your fingers are spread really wide, like starfish. So if I came around, like I'm doing to James, and pulled up your fingertips, you just want to come right back down to the ground. Excellent. Inhale, bend your knees a lot, look forward to your hands. And as you exhale, take little steps up toward your hands. Come halfway up, reach your chest forward, breathe in. Fold, exhale, relax your head and neck down. Back to standing, arms float up to the sky. Palms together in front of your heart. Let's take it back to our chair pose. So feet wherever you like them, they can touch or be spread out. Sit low, breathe in. And then find all those little adjustments. Check out your toes, make sure you can see them. You might even wiggle, lift, and spread them out. Lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. Deep, full breaths. Another inhale, might be burning. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down. This time step your right foot back and drop your right knee down toward your mat. So same thing as before, you can start with your fingertips on the ground and you can totally stay here. You can use blocks. We've got a couple. Or hands to your thigh or up to the sky as it feels comfortable for you. And then notice what your hip bones are doing. So what tends to happen as we move is the back leg is gonna pull your back hip back. See if you can draw your right hip forward, left hip back. Excellent. Lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. So good. Breath sounds great. Keep it strong, even when you're not flowing with it. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, release your hands toward the ground. Lift your back knee and step back again to your high plank upper push-up, or feel free to drop your knees to your tabletop. So we'll take our chaturanga, our tricep push-up. Inhale, shift a little bit forward onto your tippy toes or over your shoulders. Exhale, this time just halfway down, elbows hug your ribs. Notice your shoulders stay at the height or above your elbows. Up dog or cobra. For up dog, you lift your thighs, come onto the tops of your feet, shoulders back. Nice, and then use your breath. Exhale, lift up and over your toes, butt to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. That'll release some heat. Oh yeah, one more time. Breathe in. Let your breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. As you exhale, you can step or you can take a little hop or a big hop up to your hands. Try and keep it nice and light. Nice. Halfway up, breathe in, chest reaches forward. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. So we're going to add on just a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, stand tall. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Chair pose, just for one breath in. Sit nice and low, inhale. Exhale, dive forward, straighten out your legs, chest reaches toward the ground. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips to the ground, step your right foot back. And we'll stay in a crescent lunge, so press through both legs, rise all the way up. Nice. So taking some time in the pose to breathe and also to settle and adjust. Notice where you're feeling it. Just like we did in a low lunge, you want your knee right above your ankle instead of going in front. It's okay if it's behind. Notice what your hips are doing, your belly, your shoulders. It's a lot to think about. So if you get too much in your head, just come back to your breath. Another inhale. Warrior two, as you exhale, right heel is going to pivot down. So your right toes will face the long edge of your mat, maybe even slightly forward. And your left knee stays nice and bent. Imagine your knee moving toward your pinky toe, so there's a rotation out for your thigh. Shoulders relax, fingers stretch long. You're gonna keep your legs exactly the same. As you inhale, reverse warrior, right hand slides down your right leg, left arm to the sky, big stretch through both sides. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground, lift your right heel and step your left foot back to your high plank upper push-up or your tabletop. Let's take a breath in to hold, strong core, legs and arms. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga, elbows in like a tricep push-up. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale, lift over your toes, butt to the sky. There you go, that's your little vinyasa. So as you hear that in class, know that that chaturanga up dog, down dog is a fun, easy transition. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, step or float, little hop up to your hands. Nice, Kate. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, release, sit down. Arms to the sky, inhale, stand tall. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Same thing, other side. Sit into your chair for just a breath in. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left foot back. Notice your feet. So if they're on a tightrope, you might spread them a little bit wider and then rise to a crescent lunge. You got a few breaths here to adjust, to check in. Start from the ground, work your way up. Where are you holding tension, maybe crunching up your face, your shoulders? Where can you relax a little bit more? Another breath in. Warrior two, as you exhale, left heel pivots down, fingertips stretch forward and back. So there's engagement through your arms, you're reaching long, but there's relaxation through your shoulders. Awesome, Jill. Maybe you try and take your knee a little bit further, right above your ankle. Oh yeah. Keep it there. Reverse warrior, right arm to the sky. One breath into big side stretch. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Left heel lifts, right foot steps back to your high plank and hold there as you breathe in. Feel free to drop your knees. Inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Up dog to downward facing dog. So even if you're going through a practice and your breath isn't the same as someone next to you or as the teacher, or if you're following a video, that's what's happening on the video, let your movements flow with your breath. Let's take a big inhale through our nose. Stick out your tongue, let it out through your mouth. Again, releasing some heat, nice lion's breath. One more, breathe in, and stick out your tongue. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or try a big hop up to your hands. Halfway lift, reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold, release it down. Rise, stand tall, arms to the sky, breathe in. This time as you exhale, we're gonna cactus, so a little standing back bend. Bend your elbows, press your hips forward, lift your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, dive forward, hinge from your hips, navel to spine, so you're always protecting your back. You can always bend your knees. Lift halfway up, hands to your shins. Exhale, bring your hands down, bend your knees, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down to your mat again. And then you're gonna crawl your right toes a little bit forward. So we're gonna start to shift back over our left knee. The right toes will lift up to the sky. And depending on how tight you are, your knee might stay really bent. You might need your blocks here to create a little bit more space, or you might start to straighten out your leg. You can relax as far as feels good. So I always say yoga shouldn't be stressful. Don't feel like you have to force anything. This is a chance to tune in, reconnect body and mind, open up some space physically, mentally. So yeah, find what feels good for you. It's different for each of us. And let that be your edge. You're gonna bend into your front knee. Lift your back knee. We'll step it back to a high plank, upper push-up. And then drop both knees down to your mat for tabletop. So like you did before with your cow and cat, just 2 times. Inhale, lift your butt, drop your belly, shoulders back, really send your heart forward. Exhale, press into your hands, tuck your chin, round, hollowing out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Neutral spine, inhale. Exhale to your downward facing dog. One more time, bend your knees, breathe in, look forward toward your hands. Exhale, step, or maybe try a hop up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, release down. Stand tall, arms float to the sky. Another standing back bend as you exhale. Bend your elbows, press your hips forward. Think of lengthening your heart up. Nice. Reach hands to the sky, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend your knees, fingertips down, right foot steps back. And we'll drop our right knee down. Left toe shimmy a little bit forward to set up for your half splits. Yeah, nice use of the blocks, Alexa. Shift your weight back as much as feels good to start to flex your left toes. Again, noticing what's different on this side. Maybe one side feels less open or more open. Relaxing over your shin as much as you comfortably can. And imagining breath is moving into your hamstring, into your low back. We kind of throw all the stuff we don't want to deal with into our back body. So if you notice that things come up, thoughts, distractions, just be aware of those. It's totally okay. Bend into your front knee, fingertips or palms around your foot. Lift your back knee, step back to a high plank upper push-up. And this time lower all the way onto your belly. Shift forward, elbows in, lower down. Yeah, chin or forehead to your mat. Hands are gonna reach back toward your feet. So you have the option of just reaching back, or if it's comfortable, you can interlace your fingers on your low back and open up your chest a little bit more. Think of your hands reaching to the wall behind you. You can peel your chest off your mat, kind of like you did on your cobra. And if it's okay on your low back, you can start to lift your feet. So if at any point it feels like too much or there's a crunchiness or a pain, back off. Yeah, you guys look great. So you always want to make sure your chin is slightly tucked so the top of your head's reaching forward. There's not a ton of wrinkles through the back of your neck. Take another big inhale. Exhale, release, lower down. And press to child's pose, hips to heels. This time you might try it with your knees together. That's a nice release for your sacrum, your low back. Or knees wide is totally cool. Yeah, let breath move into your low back and into your shoulders. And notice what you feel like right now. Child's pose or any forward fold where your head is down is a nice relaxing pose, a good way to end or a good way to take a break from your day. And you're welcome to stay like that. 20 minutes goes by pretty fast. Or if you want, start to walk your hands in to lift your chest. We'll just take a little seat just as you are on your feet. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Check back in. How do you feel now? And then we usually end with a namaste, which is the light in me bows and honors the light in you. So it's a nice little acknowledgement of each other. We'll gently bow our heads. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, you guys okay?